Why, hello there. I returned. Dreadful. Hello, Raka. Hello, Raka. Fucking voice crack halfway through it. How are you? You glot some glimpses of Clover Clip, I guess. On a scale of 1 to Al Tendril, it is, at least so far, I'm very early in, right? It feels very Inscription. That, like, first act of Inscription. Where it's very intriguing. The, like, game isn't necessarily the thing that's grabbing your attention, as it were. It's the plot. That's neat. I wonder how many of these biomes I'm going to find myself getting through today. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. So they're as large as the last fucker was. They are big. And that final one was a dungeon. So. Well, it's got to end on a good old dungeon crawl. Surprisingly small amount of enemies. From a like general just RPG perspective, or like a whatever you want to call that fucking type of game perspective, where I would put it at the moment. Not as good as Al Tendril. Seems interesting in the way that you might have multiple routes to victory, though. In regards to the, like, you can just try and stack the shit out of, like, certain types of patterns or whatever, or the actual, like I did, I basically just stacked the sevens and how much the sevens were worth, and that works quite well for me. Have the Balatro style like system of unlocking things where you usually have to play the thing and do well with it to then unlock the thing. So that's probably going to change a lot in terms of what's good and what isn't. Abaddon? Okay. You're Jing your comp. Xing your comp. How's it going? Big scary demon sex. First mission started out. Oh, okay. Are your people a little bit like higher level and stuff now? Have you got some promoted peeps? Or have you been forced to like restart campaigns? You have a few sergeants? Okay, that's a decent. You have to restart your whole campaign, you just fucking quit. I suppose you are on the lower difficulties, so thankfully that won't be as much of a problem. Because your research time will be a lot quicker, and your mission rewards will be worth a lot more, I think. Like whenever you get Elerium or Alien Alloys or something. I really need to play Long War on stream at some point. God, I love Long War. Is there an XCOM 2 Long War? There is. I personally do not like it. But it is one of the most downloaded mods, so I assume a good chunk of people like it. But for my own taste, it has a bit of an identity crisis in a way. With like the inherent idea of hyping a mission. Because XCOM 2 Long War like actually turns it basically into like more of a guerrilla war. So when you set up your squads and stuff, they have to you're like, a mission will appear, you'll set the squad up, and you'll do all the stuff you need to do, and then the squad will go off and begin infiltrating for however long. So you don't get like the immediate payoff in the sense of like you have the cool squad prepare music, right? Like you're ready, you're getting going, prepare for battle, whatever the music is called, I can't remember. And then you're like, right, my squad's done, everything's all good, fantastic. You click send, and then they just go and infiltrate for like another in-game week, and the mission doesn't start. And you just start scanning on the geoscope again. And then you might have, in between the times it takes for you to get onto that mission, another infiltration pops up and you send a different squad onto that infiltration. And the same thing happens where like you set them up and then You don't do anything, right? With it. Then the first mission will pop, so you can actually do the mission. And the way the infiltrations work is cool. In like the way that they've made it work, I like it. But now you're on a mission with a squad that is different to the squad that you most recently set up. So you kind of have to go through all of your people again and be like, right, okay, what equipment do you have? Right, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. Right, okay. Which I'm not really a fan of. I think it really fucks with the gameplay flow. For me. And it gets made a lot worse as soon as you finish a research for like laser weapons or something. Because if you've just sent 2 guys to go and infiltrate and you've just built some laser weapons, they're already out and infiltrating. So you don't get to use the laser weapons with them until they come back and then go and infiltrate on another mission. Which also means you have to build like a... At least I think so. I can't remember. Maybe that's not how it works. Maybe it's the squad upgrade thing, the way it is in normal XCOM. I don't know. XCOM 2. I might be talking about my ass on that one. Can't quite remember. But definitely the case when it comes to stuff like exosuits and spider suits. If you finish one of those and you want to use it, you have to wait until they're on like the squad deploy screen again, and then because of the way the squad deployment stuff works, you have to build extra exo and spiders compared to what you would normally, which is kind of the point in Long War. But it's a bit of a bummer. In my opinion. XCOM 1 Long War, I think, is fantastic, though. Only problem with that is it is very difficult. And it also has kind of a cycle where if you lose, you kind of start losing harder, which is not ideal. For obvious reasons. But it makes the enemies so much more interesting. Megalith. Oh no, not the Megalith. Oh, the Megalith. Got a short net outage, but you're back. Oh, that's not very fun. Welcome back. How dare they slow you down from your Brighter Shores conquest. If I shared my thoughts on Clover Pit, you missed it. I said on the scale of 1 to Altendraw, I feel like it's kind of Inscription-y. in the sense that the thing that's interesting, the most interesting thing about the game right now is the, like, intrigue of what's going on. Why am I locked in a prison cell being forced to gamble? Why can't I quit? Why am I not allowed out? It's very story driven. At least at the moment, that's how it seems. But I've played all of 2 rounds, so... Because my second round was really good and went on for, like, a really long time. I think I had to get to round 3 or something to unlock a key, which unlocked a drawer for me. Whatever that entails. I think I can just put stuff in it to, like, save it for a next run or something. Yeah, I only had to get to, like, deadline 3 or 4 for that, and I ended up getting to deadline 12. So that's pretty decent. It scales very quickly, though. Like, the reason I died is because the thing I scaled from was 128 million, I think, to 12 point something billion. Which is fucking nuts. It has a lot of interesting mechanics, though. I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to playing it again, which is always a good sign, right? A lot of moving pieces. Big number, big good. Me likey. Except when it's big target and then I fail, then me not likey, me sad. Funnily enough, you're trying out a mage type build. Oh yeah, why so? Just couldn't find a melee one that worked out the way you wanted it to. You never used the build saving stuff? Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know how much you saw of it, Raka. But it has... like... It's kind of like Altenjo in a way, but not at the same time. You can increase the amount of points that a symbol is worth, so like the cherries or the lemons or the 7, right? You can increase the amount that's worth. You can then have a multiplier to that. So each one of them is times by like 5 or something. It starts at just times 1. I got it to times 10 at the end. And then the patterns can multiply it as well, which is really interesting to me. And then they seem to have done a good job with the relics. Like I had a little Mannequin Echo, whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. Where if I got 3 patterns activated in the same, 3 different patterns activated on the same, like, pull, I guess. I received my current interest value in gold, which is just like an interesting relic. I like that. Which incentivizes me to have things that increase my interest value as well, right? Fufan and then pattern multiplier. Is Mahjong like the crab of games? Everything eventually becomes Mahjong? Calling it fun hurts your brain. If I'm not mistaken, it messes me up because Fifan in Swedish, I think, is like for fuck's sake, basically. Only one soldier wounded because a snake found him. Not a lot you can do about that either. And as long as the snake didn't get them for too long, they're only lightly wounded, right? Good job. They lost 2 health and got heavily wounded. Fuck off. How much health do they have? Because it is randomized to some degree. Hopefully more than 2. 7 max? Yeah. You got very unlucky there then. Very, very unlucky. The honestly highlight of this DLC right now? Area music. I really like it. I think I might want to do a 1-1-1 situation. 1 into you. 1 into you. And then 1 into you. So that I can get this. And then this. And then also this, I suppose. Although I don't know if I will ever get far enough to the point where that is relevant. Assuming I only have 5 more levels, vaguely, before the end. And after 50, it's only 2. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, the voice keeps cracking. Oh, Raka. Raka. I had a question for you about Troubleshooter. Do you know / remember when it opens up a little bit more? Because I assume it opens up a little bit more from being very heavily like story missions. Or is it all story-ish missions? Hello. You've been yoinked. You've been yoinked. You don't recall. Fair enough. That is an answer.
Thank you for rescuing my men.
You're welcome.
They have spoken well of
I have to ask what you're doing with your head, my dude.
Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Why are you
If you wish,
gesticulating with your entire body so much?
to say. And please take this set of ruins.
I thought I shouldn't point. Yay! Mala.
There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now.
Okay.
Anya, the young alchemist and daughter to...
Okay. The ice caverns beyond the crystalline passage. Oh shit, don't make me decide things. You fuckers. Is there one that oh wait, no, there won't be one that requires a bow, because bow doesn't exist in... two-handed... How far am I from Kraken? Where's Kraken? The Leviathan, or...? I spell Kraken. I know. That's how you spell Kraken. What's up here? I am 2 water and 1 nature away. 50% to all damage. What the absolute fuck? Oh, you know what I would like? Something that gives attack rating. Like, that's the worst capitalization I've ever seen, and it's hurting my soul. Crap. 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 It's just a crab.
Oh.
Yeah, crap. Hello. Welcome back. Crab. Thank you. Panther then. Panther does seem like the easy choice here, eh? None of them are percentile though, which I'm not massive a fan of. But it's good to have more flat boosts for all of the percentile stuff, I suppose. And it's all passive, none of it's like an ability. Which is good. It's true, I do have plenty of percentage. Let's just do the crab. The crab or the panther? The cranther. The pab. Apparently I had 2 devotion points. Whoopsie. I doubt there's enough quests left to care about it that much, to be honest. I am sort of toying with the idea of maybe doing a little bit of Grim Dawn by myself. But also I have Troubleshooter to play now, so I should play that instead. I have to understand that horrible menu. Did I play more of it this morning? I did, but only like the tiniest amount. I think I got to do one mission, and then I stared at that menu for like maybe 10 minutes trying to figure out how to use it. My dude had the audacity to go and fucking die at one point, so I had to replay like the last quarter of the mission, which was just quite frankly fucking rude of him. Oh, it's bad for you. Yeah, it is. Turns out that when you're a melee unit that doesn't really have that much defense and dodge, well, primarily melee focused, I suppose. You could be either, really. It's a bit of a toss-up, but hey. When you've done a melee attack and you don't have that much defense and dodge, and then suddenly you activate like 3 more enemies, things go poorly. Especially when in the process of killing the melee unit, you accidentally set yourself on fire. Whoopsie! Am I enjoying it so far? So far, yeah. I feel like I need more time to like reacquaint my brain with the game flow. But once I've done that properly, it's gonna be an enjoyable time, I hope. Could you elaborate? I'm so used to XCOM, where it's like, okay, I can't move this person up far enough. Almost what I want to do in every situation. Very rarely do I want to double move. Horrifying, my dear. You move and you overwatch almost all the time, right? You might move and hunker, but I don't have hunker or overwatch on my one real character at this point. So I have to rejig my brain to be like, right, what do I do? Because sometimes I don't want to use preparation because it's a bad thing. And there's a lot more like shenaniganry with the initiative tracker, and I don't get to move all of my people at once. I just move one dude and then it's an initiative tracker. So it's just going to take some like rejigging of the old noggin to basically stop trying to play XCOM. Fundamentally different despite how similar it is, exactly. Like, a humongous difference. Everyone not having Overwatch is wild to me. You have a confession to make? Oh, yeah? What's that noise? I'm already further than you are? Wait, really? What the hell? You hardly touched it. Oh no! Why not? Just not the time, or? already further than you are. Crazy. Not the time, it's not really your genre. Fair enough. Fair enough. You forgot how busted Magic can be? Yeah. Magic do be silly. I assume Magic is silly in Grim Dawn as well. Obviously never seen it in this game, so... Other than that one build that someone was mentioning with the, like, blood... The poison blood build. That did seem funny and broken as fuck. Starting out as an Arcanist, secondary class sorcerer, magician, full magician.
Yeah.
What's the combo called? Good question. Probably not magician. Don't laugh. Archmage! Hey! I mean, it's a fair one though, right? It makes perfect sense. Yeah, good. This area was a lot smaller, seemingly. As long as it doesn't cut off and then expand a humongous amount towards the end of it again, like the last one did. Although, what was the crystalline passage? There is an entire area between me and that, which is interesting. For the sake of the quest. Or even further, beyond the crystalline passage. Blades of Wrath. Now, Archmage does get thrown around a lot, but I feel like they're still pretty powerful, right? Still pretty powerful feeling to me. You say someone's an Archmage? Does a good job of conveying strength steel, I feel. Killing the map. So satisfied. What are you focusing on damage-wise as the Archmage? Do you have a particular thing? Is elemental damage a modifier, like elemental resistance? I think it is, right? I can't remember. My brain is atrocious. I think I might have had some of that. It is? Okay, cool. So in theory, you could actually make a pretty neat, like, fire slash ice slash lightning damage character. To exploit one of those three, if they had it as a weakness. That's neat. Cold slash lightning. The knee combo. Freezing lightning. What's my crit at? 28. Trozens? Is that the spell? Trozen's Sky Shard. That's an amazing name. Yep, cool. I really need to play a mage in this game. Well, in Grim Dawn, maybe. Taking advantage of Sorcerer's Teleport, Enchant, and Frozen Armor. I like how you plan it out, instead of just fucking muddling your way inwards. It's like, hey, what's a good sunglass? Cool. That's how you get actually strong characters. I think it's cool that there's a tool thing that has the mod. When you recommended Inquisitor, you thought I was gonna do fire or cold and not pierce. Fair enough. I mean, it still worked out well though, right? This has pierce and attack speed, which is brilliant. This technically does have like physical, which gets converted to pierce. Physical, which or just piercing, even. It still works out really well. It might not be as good as the fact that there's actual spells, but... hey. It worked out well. I like the combo. I also like being called a marksman. I feel like it's appropriate. Especially with the bow. I am equivalent to a rifle. Don't worry about it. I'm glad I did pierce damage. Pierce damage was one of the ones I wanted to do. And I think it's still my primary damage source. Yes, it is. Although lightning is actually higher. Probably because of the max level magic arrow at this point. And that's all being converted to... Not max, but soft capped. Oh, true. Sorry, yeah. Do they actually have hard caps? That's honestly something I had not considered before this moment. Diablo 2, most skills were programmed up to level 60? Oh my god. I suppose with the rune words you can get a silly amount of bonuses, but that's nuts. What about in Grim Dawn? And inventory charms, which isn't a thing that's come over, right? Grim Dawn is plus 10. Neat. Oh, that's silly. Okay, this plateau ended up, or this frigid highland ended up being fucking humongous as well. So many bridges to it. Sorcery Hammer 22. 2212? Canister bomb? I suppose you only have one class there as well, right? It's Grim Dawn Sorcerer. Demo Arcanist. Okay. I think I've asked this before, but I don't remember the answer. How reasonable are, like, pure, I suppose, would be the term, right, accounts? But you never take a second class. Because you lose out on probably, like, a lot of benefit there, but... You'd struggle going past normal. Cool. It'd be absolutely busted, but it would be very funny if you could take the same class twice. I'm sure there's a mod that allows you to do that. You've never seen one? Really? That surprises me. Jesus Christ, how long is this fucking the Highlands gonna go on for? It is bloody endless. It probably might not. It might actually just like not work from a game perspective. You need to give Dawn of Masteries a try. What's the focus as such of that one? Okay, I'm on the plateau. Which also had a thing. This is humongous, man. These areas are massive. 56 different masteries. Holy shit. It's basically a collection of all of the mastery mods. Crazy. I would not want to be the person who had to come up with all of those combo names. A lot of work. Pretty good crit. You had to destroy a relay, kept concealment till you're at the window of the house the relay was in. Nice. On that mission, I believe it affects the timer in a good way as well, right? If you're not, if you don't get revealed. What continent did you start on, Mace? And what was your continent bonus? Your headquarters is in Egypt. Neat. Jesus Christ, it's huge. Not been asked anything? Oh no, you just get randomly placed on one of the areas. XCOM 1 you get asked where you want to be, but in X2 you just get plopped somewhere. I suppose it's to further the idea that you are kind of more so fighting a guerrilla war than having a base of operations. Your base of operations is just the ship. Oh my lord. Come on. You can't make essentially the same area 3 times in a row, just getting progressively more snowy, please. It's kind of looking like I don't know. This is wider at least. This area. Dude, when the AoE from the Assassin's Mark procs the fear and then everyone around me just flees. Fantastic. That's good stuff. Okay, well I've got a place that I can go up there. Place that I can. It seems like they might have just made the same area 3 fucking times. More sparsely populated with enemies. It's not in my experience now a lot. I have noticed. Another way up. Another way up. Do I one-shot these things sometimes? That's crazy. I like the weird T-Rex thing. I don't know what they are. Dinosaur creature. Another little hell pit. Acheron. Let's maybe have a little look-see at my stuff. My helmet has 1,000,001 resistances, which kind of makes it too good to get rid of, which is a bit of a problem. Requires that I'm a level higher. Is shit. Granted skill, the Ring of Steel? Stop it. Stop just trying to make me play the same thing again. I've already done that. Everyone's cool. I feel like something is maybe lost on me. My memory is abysmal. It's a very famous old MMO. Oh. I don't know if I've ever heard of it. Unsurprisingly. I am uncultured. On something called Project Gorgon. Which is, I assume, an unreleased thing. Early access, okay. Is it actually just called Project Gorgon? Yeah. It's been early access for like 7 years, but gets updates constantly. Holy shit. That's insane. It's a sister to Project Zomboid. Which has also been in early access since the dawn of fucking time. And is never being released. I think that last one was a crit. Rude. I really need to see what these enemies like to hit and stuff is against me. Which I assume I can see if I just like do this. Oh wow! Yeah, that's not good, eh? We all just crit each other back and forth until somebody dies. This is the way it's meant to be. It's like RuneScape or something. You have a whole bunch of different skills. You only start with a few. You have to discover new ones. Oh, that's fun. Can equip a shield at the start, but you don't have the shield skill. do you like find them by using them, or by like finding someone who can teach it to you, sort of thing? A little bit of both. Most cases you need to find a trainer, okay. Neat. Every weapon has its own skill type. Oh god. That's a lot of combat leveling. Even staff fighting? Oh, what, like quarter staff? Bow staff? Whatever. You want to call them? I don't know. Neat! Using it as a beat stick? Yeah, yeah. What they're designed for. It's actually a tanky weapon. Has some degree of logic in my brain, at least. Pretty easy to like keep people at range with them. Be like a melee evade tank. Delightful. Have a strength. Plus 321% pierce damage. That's getting a bit silly, I think, at this point. I think that's fair to say. Plus maximum magic. Plus 3 to all skills in Assassin for that set bonus. Nuts. I think I'm only going to put this to level 4. So I get 10% movement speed, 10% health. With the flat amount of health. Because I'm not that fussed in terms of getting it that much higher, to be honest. This, I think I still would like to... I'm kind of at the point where it's fine now. So maybe pop it up one more level. So it becomes 14 plus 1 and that's 15. Oops. Sorry, friendos, didn't see you there. These things have so much goddamn health. At 24,000 damage though. What is this? 34% chance to crit on the catapults when they're weakened and I've got the marker. There's so much variation in my crit, man. There we go. Oh my god, another one. You kidding me? That's why you wanted to see the crit multi. It's so much variation. Yeah, very, very rarely. I think when my mark's up, I can do double damage. I think it's meant to be like Russian, not French. But for some reason, I instantaneously had the image of the little, well, the not so little, like, I can't remember what the bird type is, but from the fucked up animal shorts that guy does with the mouth. Mouth. The poor rabbit that always gets traumatized. There's the big bird. That's that type of bird which they lay the eggs inside of a different family and then that family raises it. Thank you, Papa. Know the one you mean? Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what they're called. I really like them. They amuse me. The animations, yeah. Mouth. Yeah, exactly. They're gold, they really are. Some fuck for a grenade on your high ground and your sniper die. Yeah, you gotta be careful with high ground. Upside is you get to do it to the enemies as well, now that you know it's a thing. If you didn't already. High ground is really good, but also really exploitable. Natural habitat, thank you. Instantly made me think of that. Anyway, hello, Enter. How are you? I'm not a fan of the fact that these last three have been basically all the same, man. I really liked the first one. Turns out it's pretty famous, eh? Everyone in chat knew about it. I think they're pretty popular at this point, so yeah, I'm not surprised. I have to look them up to remember the name, yeah. I feel like most people remember Mao. Just caved on the AYN4? You will now enjoy a month-long ice cube diet to financially recover. The what? Yeah, if we look at this, like, look at this. It's even removed my vision for some reason of this area, but very, like, rocky occasional bits where you go up. Rocky occasional bits you go up, but with slightly more snow. Rocky occasional bits you go up with even more snow. This is kind of a bit not great for me. Not very interesting. Like a powerful 3DS. Okay, cool. More power to play for you on. So you can kill 100,000 Tedious. It's supposed to be a tall mountain. I get that, but it's like from a visual perspective, it gets very boring very quickly for me. When the areas are so large. It would have been nice if it was maybe instead of 3 areas, it was like 6. And like a little bit more interestingly split up. Rather than like, it's the same tall, like long area. Rocky with a little bit of snow. I'm asking too much from a game from however long ago, perhaps. Good that it changes after this, though. What's the goal here? We are killing Baal, I think. We killed Diablo, but then there's like still a demon, so we need to go kill that demon. Baal is like bale of hay. Oh really? Bale? Just spelled all kinds of wrong for that. Oh, true! That thing! It's like the only thing I know about that DLC. Then. Question marks? There's a DLC for Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree, I think it's called. And there's like a big dragon who's called Bale. And there's a dude that just like really, really wants him dead, I think. I think it's when you start the fight, he goes on like a 2-minute long fucking monologue or something. He's just like, curse you, Bale! And then just like shit talks the dude for ages. It's very funny to me. The way he delivers it is amazing. Fantastic VA delivery. Very well voice directed by whoever was doing that. How many motherfucking catapults do these plebs have? Too fucking many, apparently. Because they're just deploying them all over the fucking place. This is not a helpful place for a catapult. Yeah, basically There's a town under siege, they need our help. The town is... Oh god, I've lost it. Over there somewhere. And we're climbing this mountain, and then there's a crystalline passage, some halls of pain, a tundra, the Ancient's Way, and then we go into like a dungeon, I guess. A whole bunch of areas. We just need to clear through to be able to get to the big bad demon. So that we can put him in the cold, cold grounds. I'm wondering if I should even kill these catapults, man. It takes so much fucking time, and they give you, like, experience comparable to a normal enemy. Current immediate objective is to make my way towards the crystalline passage to search for a child or something? I don't know. Or a wife? I can't remember. Someone was having an argument with someone and then someone disappeared someone, potentially. A mage? I didn't read the dialogue. I did wonder how a child managed to get all the way out here. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. Cave. Is this the crystalline passage? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah. Anyway. Oh no, this is just good old fucking fuck you enemies from this stupid mod. Go away. I don't want to deal with you. You're a waste of my time. You have more health regen than I have damage. It's the second casualty. Oh, different missions, I hope. Fuck those immortal-like enemies? Yeah, I don't... I must say, I don't understand the point. Unless they're there to provide like a really, really hard challenge for someone. No. Fully panic squad? Oh no. Weren't you right next to the objective? What happened? Or is this a different mission? This is a protect citizen mission? Right. Fuck the citizens? You do that after you've protected them. Well, at least this will be different. And I filled it all in. Which makes me happy. Even if it does mean I run around with my map open most of the time. I gotta know what you're doing to get this, like, mass panic so often. It's the demons again. They're back. Crystalline passage. Adepts, I suppose I very rarely have deaths plural. Was in cover, enemy grenade fucked him, the prior one had him to 1 hit point already. Do you bring medkits? And like healing specialists? Jesus. The medkit man died. The specialist is a rook, right? Always bring 2 medkits. Sniper and specialist is what I usually do. Sniper should hopefully not be in the action, unless you're playing them as a gunslinger. Crystalline passage. You sorted the grenade dude and died yourself? Thanks for informing me, stupid ass game. Oh, you're against mutons. Yeah, they have counter attack. What's that? No one's forcing you to play Iron Man, right? No one is forcing you to play Iron Man, so... You can just reload the whole mission if you want. I think Bronze Man's really good for that one, which is usually a second wave option in XCOM. If you're someone who doesn't like having deaths, Bronze Man's really good. Sky Shard already doing good damage? Hell yeah. Nice. I didn't get good damage for a long time. What's a Bronze Man? It means that you can reload the save, but when you do, it randomizes enemy positions. So you don't have your people die, but it's still like an unexpected encounter to you. They won't be in the same spot, stuff like that. The Asians are busted. 1.4k? Oh my god. Oh, this has multiple exits. Oh, piss. Don't care to redo the entire mission. Fair enough. Yeah, XCOM's kind of, mean in a way, I guess, where you just kind of have to learn what enemies do and then remember it. I think if you... Don't you have another F1? F1 didn't work? Oh, okay. At least tell you it exists. I think that's the point of you having to, like, learn it, though, right? I know you don't like that yourself, but... that part of XCOM is just, like, not the game for you. The reason why XCOM 2 exists in the way that it does is because over 50% of people lost their first XCOM 1 campaign. It's very much designed to be a, like, lose and learn type thing. Game's way of, like, very passively telling you without telling you isn't really enough unless you're paying a lot of attention there either. Which is that their weapons have, like, a little chain blade on them. Chainsaw blades. But that's very much like, oh, and they have a melee attack as well, rather than like, oh, they're gonna counter attack me. I think this is the one I came in on. It is. And I should play Longwall. Fucking many of them. I'm a fucking enemy that drains my mana when it attacks me, man. And also freezes me. I don't do well against that combo. I'm entrapped. Fact, like I've got reduced duration to that. I'm entrapped again. I don't even know what was causing it, because it just aggroed everything at once. Whoopsie. What did you do to fix the camera thing, by the way? Because I don't see why that would break something else. Delete INI files, they got remade. Weird. Glacial Trail? Oh shit, this is an actual thing. An actual teleport spot. Huh. Neat. I wonder if you could just like unsubscribe and resubscribe to the F1 thing to fix that. Would it still be fine for the camera? I don't know if you have to do an autopsy or not. I know in Long War it doesn't work until you've done an autopsy. But that might just tell you what their abilities are. Or it might just tell you like buffs and debuffs. So that might be worth having a peep into. Trying to get fixed. It's annoying, you have to do it, but... What are you saying? I think you might have to autopsy the creature first, I'm not sure. That might just be Long War. But I think that would tell you what like abilities the creature has. So you would find out that mutants have counterattack, for example. This area is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Consider it was like a nested area. It's an area within an area that had multiple areas going off of it. This place is massive. They really upped the size of the DLC. We're gonna make everything big. Which I suppose makes sense if they wanted to put like less areas in, but still have the DLC like feel worthwhile. I might be dead. DLC? Sorry, expansion. Hard to change the terminology. I got so used to saying expansion for the longest time, right? And then everything became DLC. I kept calling all the DLCs expansions. And then whenever you go back and play something, it's like, it doesn't have DLC. DLC wasn't a thing. You go out, you buy a new CD, yeah? Like the old Amongst Us. To be fair with them, it probably persisted longer than it needed to. But I don't know about that. I'm not the knowledgeable one in that area. Good shit. I like being in a cave. I get more experience. The enemy clusters are tighter rather than like disgustingly far apart. Oh my god. You're messing me up. Messing me the fuck up. It's so weird, man. CDs. Oh. I don't even have a CD drive with my PC. Anymore. Shit did change really quickly. You needed a base to install it, yep. I remember with, I think half of the SWAT for StarCraft, even. StarCraft 2. I think I had that on a disc? I cannot recall. I know I had Wings of Liberty on a disc. Makes me, always reminds me of good old Medal of Honor, Rising Sun, on the fucking GameCube? You got like halfway through the campaign, you'd have to take the Take the disc out. Put the next disc in to finish the campaign. The old Medal of Honor games were so cheap. They were a lot better than they are now. The ones that they have made now. They don't really exist anymore either. Rising Sun and European Assault were both really good though. Hey Distant, how you doing? Even if it does always anger me that it's like glorification of the American involvement. Instead of showing what fucking happened. Doing great, slept like a baby. Nice. Was saying about games that needed 2 discs, yeah. Something about them was special. XCOM's like DD1, but slightly less CBTV or bad luck. I think it's a lot more controlled, personally, but hey. What's the most discs a game's been on? 4? Isn't the one that's on like 7? Or some bullshit? The most I think I've ever done is 2. Knights of the Old Republic was 6 or 7. Final Fantasy 8 and 9 were 4 discs. And now they're just re-releasing it as 4 whole games. I don't know that. The most discs a game has been on. The Japanese Sega Saturn version of Phantasmagoria, called Phantasm, has 8 CDs, apparently. EverQuest 2 apparently has 9 CDs and a bonus disc. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis had 11 discs. But some dev who worked on Knights of the Old Republic announced a new game, Fate of the Old Republic. I barely even know what Knights of the Old Republic is. It's a Star Wars game, right? Is that an MMO? Or is that a different one? I don't know, I'm sorry. The MMO is just the Old Republic. Oh, okay. It's confusing when they all basically have this functionally same fucking name. I must be honest, I never got the Star Wars love. It never hit me. I in fact believe I've only ever watched 2 movies to their finish of the Star Wars franchise. And I disliked both of them. What is Star Wars? I wish. Star Trek is better, don't at you. Star Trek is like 500 million episodes long is the problem there, right? TV show is legendary, you don't really need to know much about Star Wars. Is it more modern though? Because you probably need to pay for some arbitrary bullshit from like 6 separate fucking streaming providers to be able to watch it. Oh no, it's Disney, right? Disney owns Star Wars. Luke is a Disney princess. Yeah, Disney can suck a dick. They ain't having my money. Let's be honest. Lord of the Rings is peak. I'm gonna say it. I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Lord of the Rings was all right. That shit was overrated. If I may be so bold. Hugs? What? Don't start a war now. Look, everyone's fucking got, what's his name? They're throat deep. They can't see the fact that there's so much stuff. They're too busy sucking him off and tooting the horn of the show to realize that there's stuff about the show that's kind of not very fun, in my opinion. Like the fact that it's approximately 50% fucking establishing shots. New Zealand is beautiful. Okay, I'm not gonna deny it. Also, all of the tactics are wrong and it pisses me off. They ride horses down a cliff that would clearly break their legs. Clearly the horses would have broken legs. They're under siege and people are clearly within arrow range. They're like, don't shoot at them. For no reason. Shoot them! They're in arrow range! Yeah, that siege really pissed me off. It's mostly just the siege that pissed me off. Especially when they have like elven archers who like don't see the horizon or some bullshit, right? Because they have magic eyes? Shoot! Shoot as far away as you can! You're specifically in a siege situation waiting for reinforcements. Like, waste their time. Make them slower to advance. What are they doing? The tactics are a disaster. That explained it. Now I'm interested. I didn't really like Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just like the source material in World War One. No good tactics. He was a soldier, right? Why can I not remember what his fucking name is? He was, yeah. Token? That dude. Let's go. Dog shit, man, being a soldier in the Great War. Woof. Was it the Somme? Oh no. Oh no. I wonder how much of writing those was escapism. Most, if not all, you would say, yeah. Because of, like, all the places. The fucking Somme? Oh, Jesus. Nothing was good in World War One. There was a few places that were particularly bad. Maybe the books would be more interesting to me. I'm not going to read them. But maybe they would be. Literally say I'm citizen shit, yeah. I'm trying to think of places that were like particularly bad in World War One. Gallipoli, maybe, as well. Verdun. They're the big ones, right? Maybe Kutz? Premiership? Oh god. Anywhere if you're in the Austro-Hungarian army. Just literally anywhere. Yeah, Sonzo maybe? don't feel like they're maybe on the same level as the Aton though, exactly. You love seeing enemy heroes get one shot. What the fuck are you doing over there, man? I'm gonna drag it back to Lord of the Rings for 1 second. In my defense, I think it's very hard for any piece of media to live up to what is essentially like everyone ever constantly endlessly praising it and never saying anything bad about it. And you get this like, it can't win. In my mind, it just gets to this point where it can't win. You know? Like, so, honestly, yeah, like Silksong. Legitimately, yes. Like Undertale when it came out, and it was just like so ubiquitously like fucking screamed from every rooftop on the internet constantly for like 3 fucking months. You just could not escape it. It was never gonna be as good as it got like led up to be made. You grew up with the books and the movies? Yeah. When did we watch it? Oh, I don't know if my dear's listening. I don't know if the small one's here. I think we watched it like a few years ago. So like the first time I've watched it is maybe when I'm fucking whatever. 24. It doesn't have the like magic of the potentially first thing that you've ever been introduced with in terms of like an actually good piece of fantasy media. You don't, Fredo? Or you wouldn't? I think that might be like more general consensus, right? That the Hobbit movies weren't as good. I don't know if that's just they legit weren't as good, or just people being like they didn't make a generationally defining piece of media. What's this big ass pentagram in the Forgotten Town? It's just a big ass pentagram. Don't worry about it. Just pentagram things. Can you fucking stop? Grounding me? Whatever it was doing. Just a visual thing, not something else? I mean, if it is something else, I didn't mess around with it. Jesus Christ. There's so much. Hail Veil. Is it really not Balm? Feels like it should be Balm. Kind of like Hay Veil. Hail Veil. It does. Did this thing just heal 500,000 health? Why did they make these so unnecessarily tanky? Ah! I get giving them more health, so you can't like one-shot them or something, but they could easily have half of that. Still like 10 times the amount of health as a normal enemy at this point. Corn, oh no. I saw something about is it, I can't remember their name. The people who do Total War Warhammer potentially got the license for Warhammer 40k as well. I'm not sure if that was right or not. Where's Summers when you need them? War crimes. If they're here, they'll appear. I don't know if that one has chaos in it as well. I assume so. I'm honestly still very confused by that whole thing. I don't get it. Don't get what? The Warhammer versus Warhammer, but Warhammer isn't Warhammer, but Warhammer's Warhammer. Bullshit. Like Warhammer 40k versus Warhammer 40,000, which is just like the most what the fuck are you on about bullshit I've ever heard. You imagine this would be done when you killed Diablo? Diablo was the base game. This is an expansion. So you're not wrong. The base game was done when I killed Diablo. But there is also an expansion, which goes a little bit further. Posted a teaser about it as far as you know. Oh, really? Cool. I, for obvious reasons, hope I enjoy playing Total War. Warhammer. Pretty. But I will absolutely not get involved with it again. In terms of an additional game. It's so much, man. And the only thing that really drew me in was the Immortal Empires, anyway. Just because I think that's very cool. What games are after this? Gales of Naeli, which is Fire Emblem like game. That has like no reviews. Still blows my mind. After that, I think it might be 13 Sentinels. Did I ever find a mysterious key? I do not believe so. After that, it's Hacknet. Oh, okay. I can't tell unless I'm looking at my desktop where the order is arranged. 30 Sentinels is after Hacknet, right? Which I am looking forward to getting back to. Long range missiles. Yes, shall be glorious. Really hoping you found the key. I don't think I have. Is that for the cow level? No comment. Wait, what? Weird. Dude, that guy just keeps getting feared. Holy fear procs. That was impressive, the amount of times that just happened in such a short span of time. Why must you do this to me? That's not fear, it's PTSD. I think at this point, if they've heard anything about my character just slaughtering its way for anything, it's pre-TSD. Single-handedly killed Diablo. Also a different, like, Demon Lord as well, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah, they all still fight for some reason. I guess that's a very demon thing. And I suppose a good chunk of the enemies I've killed here are called, like, enslaved or something, so... Anything, I suppose the big bads don't really want to fight me because they never seek me out. They're just kind of chilling wherever they're at, and then I come along and fuck shit up. I love that when you think about it from, like, enemy perspective, to play a character in games is almost always like some kind of eldritch horror. Unstoppable, unescapable, grows at just a blindingly ludicrous pace, leaves more corpses in its wake than the supposed bad guy does. Oh god. You've set Mesa. It's the same dude who sings that as with the Renoir theme, right? Same bloke. You think so? You touch your mace button, you're not supposed to. You couldn't have known. The demons invade with armies, this one dude waltzes in, kills every single one of them. We have to question who's the actual demon. Yeah, right? I am dead, I think. Nope, somehow I am alive. Very close. You're strangled with a barbarian. And now that you're a mage, you're just destroying everything. The sword gets beaten for it, yeah. Being able to attack from range in games like this is like, it cannot be quantified how beneficial it is. So much extra damage. So much extra time to do damage is the thing, right? The Ancient's Way is a thing. I can go in here and then just get the waypoint and then leave. And then I need to like explore all of the areas which I've essentially ignored on my way here. I'm going to very unwisely attempt to just kind of like find the waypoint. Oh my god, why is it so deep in? Okay. Let's go back here real quick. Because I'd mostly done this. Because the areas are just fucking huge. Because I think I need to go out somewhere else in the ice caverns. I'm technically clearing stuff that I like shouldn't be, maybe. Or ahead of time, or however you want to look at it. Because there was multiple exits to it, and I just found the one that led the like forward path first.
Yeah.
Are we getting a bit worried? Because it's around about the point where I'm like, any load is going to cause a crash. So I want the areas to be filled. Boy, that's a lot of backtracking for respawned enemies. Thankfully, up top seems like it's sorted here. I just gotta go into that big hell temple thing. And that's easy to do. Mistakes have been made. What? In what way? Hello, Samus. They accidentally abided by the Geneva Convention. Practically death for them. No! I was so close, you fucks! God damn it! I was so close to clearing that area. It wasn't even on a load transition. Man? He was doing Draz, some dude's quest battle. He's a Chaos Dwarf. Things were going pretty well. And then they weren't. You look to the right, and one of the mortars got a direct mid-mass shot of one of your own units. Yeah, that's not going to be good for them. From a staying alive standpoint, that's rough. I don't don't think I have a key in here. I do not have a key in here. Oh yeah, like I skipped the Halls of Pain. Funny. Look how frustrating that is. Oh, and it's filled in a fucking random square on the map again for some goddamn reason. Even though I know I've already done it. It got completely wiped. Oh no! That's really annoying. Two-turn recruitment, but the veterancy lost things. Yeah, the veterancy lost things, and also being like completely down them for 2 turns is just annoying, right? It's only 2 turns, but it's 2 turns of like you can't really do much with that stack anymore if you want that unit to be there, other than like reposition it inside of your own lands. Veterancy bonus is usually pretty significant as well, depending on how long your campaign's been going on for, how long you've had the unit for. I remember that with Three Kingdoms, where it's like a make or break, basically, sometimes. It can sometimes like really suck to have to upgrade to a higher tier unit, right? As well, the peak will be better. They actually like technically go down in strength to begin with. Terrible, Raka. Terrible. Truly terrible. Okay, other than the weirdly added black square for no reason, I think that's the lot. For the life of me, I don't know why the game does that, but it frustrates the shit out of me. Very nice. Apparently I killed something up there. Don't know how that happened. Oh no, it was a barrel. Okay, I killed a barrel. That makes a lot of sense. The Infernal Pit. It's an actual boy. Running out of space to backtrack here. Good. Yes. Damage. Penetrate damage. Oh. I love piercing abilities. It's so silly. It's a good little retreat. Get myself some more strength. You're growing apples? In Brightshaw's? Yeah? Huh? How? Botanist? Oh yeah, they changed it, didn't they? It's not Gatherer and Taupe Forest Gatherer. I'm just heal attacking. Green Forager, that was it, yeah. We're growing apple trees. Or just apples. Thank you. Especially now that it increases my mana regen as well. Even stronger of a buff. Though it does seem like my mana regen is now high enough to basically outpace the damage. To it by casting. It's silly. Oh my god. I can't imagine. Playing an actual tank must be so interesting. Just nothing even makes your life bar move. Definitely have to do like a retaliate damage thing at some point. Would be neat. So many things to do in this game. So little consistent patience. I do want to play all the builds. but I also never have the ability to play one game for long enough to be able to actually make that happen. Upsettingly. I'm glad I got to do a ranger in this. Even if the fucking, like, DPS-based healing tank that I've become isn't really what I envisioned. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot nonetheless. That was hard to say. Mostly on account of the fact that all the enemies just move so fucking quickly. Is this PSO? Maybe it is. I wouldn't know. I've not played it. Maybe this has all been an elaborate lie. You've convinced everyone to tell me it's Diablo 2, but this entire time I've been playing for PSO. It's on your list of potentials for next year. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, you said it was a it's a frontier-ish situation at the moment, right? Where you just have private servers and stuff. Which definitely hits the accessibility metric. Probably about the best accessibility you can get at this point, honestly. Sadly. So, Phantasy Star Universe? How long are they? Or would they be like more bite-sized goal type things? Come up with bite-sized ones. I can't move. PSO wouldn't be too hard. PSU, you'd have to be more creative, right? Yeah, PSO was the MMO, right? So there is like 1,000,001 cut-off points that you can go for that. They're both MMOs? Oh, they're both MMOs. Interesting. Ugh. I think that might be better than this. Not just to get the magic resistance. Might keep that one. Actually. Especially the like flat 50 attack rating is very nice. I can't believe you already have a list for next year, man. I suppose some of it might be leftovers from the list for this year, but... who knows? You know! You're the one with the list! If you don't know, that's concerning. That's apparently the one I'd already done. Depending on how long the rest of this is, I might even be done with this on Thursday. I feel like. I don't think I'll be done today. Ow! But Thursday doesn't seem unreasonable at all. Installed, I don't have to worry about that. If it happens very quickly towards the beginning of the segment. Thursdays are epic. Is that because Okami is on Thursday? The game I don't know how to feel about. Certainly the most used / abused one. It just works. It does. It's true. Holy shit, that's a lot of dudes. Just the void? No. Huh? Kindly elaborate. It's just a word? Come on, yeah. Sometimes your Magnus Opus is not a, your Magnum Opus is not a grand sweeping thing, but a mere simple change. We're back in the that's a lot of dudes situation. Take another stroke. It's probably the most appropriate way to just describe that show, so, yep. Piece of media, perhaps. Full of modulants. I don't know why that's so funny to me, that, but it really is. These fucking dudes that revive are so rude. There's a lot of frickin' territory in this place, eh? These harpies are frustrating. Sirens. Probably the very least you would call a siren as frustrating. Required strength is a lot. It's dog shit! Has the game undone my filter? It's turned epic level gear into stuff that's just not very good. guess +3 to a singular skill is very good, it's just not good for me. God, I hate wanting to explore everything. The maps are so big. I want to find all the things. I want the map to be filled in, it looks better. Sudden piano key smash. So weird to think, all of the time where I've been like struggling with mana, it basically doesn't even go down when I fire the spell. In fact, I think it, as long as I hit an enemy, it recharges to 18 again. Or to 14 again. Seemingly. I lose like 1 or 2 every time I fire a shot. It's really been boosted by a lot. Makes me happy instead of being super cautious and having to spam mana buds as much as I was. Damage! Can't move, can't shoot. Got petrified, I think. That was a little bit close. Jesus. Stop it. It's so loud. You enhance do more damage because Sky Shards are cooldown. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. One-shotting an enemy is still insane, though. Yeah, I'm functionally running on enhanced basic attacks, right? So that will be a lot weaker than something that goes on cooldown. Has some randomness, the free projectiles may not land exactly where you want them. Is this a commonly used mage build, or is it just one that you've used before? You've done a sky shot build. Neat. MIs? Dude, I can really feel the tiredness hitting me today. Oi, oi, oi. End of the week be hitting hard for me. I do not have a lot of energy. Monster infrequence. Ah, right. Oh, you have to like farm them a little bit. Ones that buff cold and lightning, or buff the ability itself, or adjacents. Sub abilities, or whatever you want to call them. I'm really looking forward to having the like faction system again. This thing, I really like that thing. I love that the idea that like just the animals get pissed off. Buff the skill itself and it makes it pure cold. Ah, that is very powerful. And then you just got to get yourself a whole bunch of like cold resistance reduction and stuff like that. Instead of two separate things. That's really good. Usually Nightblade or Shaman. I don't know what I want to do, like vaguely as a magic. Whenever I play magic. I've done cold. This one is pierce. I'd like to maybe do chaos or ethereal, maybe. Or lightning. Lightning's cool. Let's just see how it pans out. This isn't where I entered from. Interesting. Oh, I've been ambushed. You know about some fun MIs that have fun conversions of them? Which can make stuff a lot stronger, right? I think I'd probably have to like fiddle around and find a spell that I enjoyed the way it works. Its effects and stuff first, and then I'd have to be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Damage! Damage! Definitely hitting level 49. It'll be very close to level 50, I think. I'll definitely be it by the time the content is done. And then a few as well, probably. I suppose Human Harvest is also buffed with not being an idiot and spreading your skill points like stupidly far and wide, just because you can like hard focus into a skill early and it will just do like busted amounts of damage for how early in the game you are if it's got a lot of flat damage increases on it. Instead of fiddling a point here and a point there and all of that crap. 9k crits! Oh my god. What level are you? Five. 15, okay. I assume that's points basically into like int and dex as well. Sounds like Trojans. That's a lot of damage, man. You're level 15 already. It's busted. Level 49. Good shit. I get 1,000 health from my strength now, yay. I've done it. I've made it. Could finally start hitting freeze and petrify reduction. I don't think I'm gonna do any more character levels at this point. I think it's all just gonna go into skills. into that to make that as much as it can very quickly. And then maybe into penetrate so that it procs more often for the assassin's mark damage. And also just does more damage of its own volition as well. Okay, I guess I'm going over and up that bridge. Once again, this place is more than I expected it to be. For like an interior of a different place. It's happening a lot. Is that good? Yeah, because it's actually a different looking locale. Just comparing it to the rest of the game, the like nested locales tended to either be very short or non-existent, right? These ones are like a good amount of length and at least somewhat different. Like this one's got the river running through it, which at least breaks up the terrain and monotony. Slightly different terrain stuff to deal with and slightly different enemies. It's good for variety. So it doesn't just turn into I'm technically in the same area but it looks slightly different. Which one I get it makes sense for a mountain is tiring for me. A terrorize mode? What? It crashed again? No! Damn it! Why do you do this to me? Grimdawn! Grimdawn down! Grim don't. Wartide from Diablo 4. They do have names for things, that's for certain. enemies invade certain areas slightly quicker and usually want to do levels higher than you. A challenge thing or something? I have not seen anything like that, but that could be attributed to ignorance. There is the bullshit immortal enemies. Always gonna give Shrek a fight. I think the Grim Dawn engine supports that. Not unless they had like the faction thing somehow tie in and make that happen, right? But that would be not quite right, I suppose. Neither mortal enemies get decimated with one or two shards. I mean, you're level 15, and did you say you do 9k damage on a crit? On some of my crits, I do 12,000 damage. Once again, it's my auto attack. It doesn't go on cooldown, but. Definitely have to try a mage at some point. Just to see how different it is. Because I imagine it makes combat like very different. Because you still have the ones, presumably, right? To do normal attacks with, but I imagine your damage is kind of shit with it. Magic boat thingy only has 1 point. Attacking with it so you can summon the shard again. Oh, okay. You use like a continuous spell until you can hit your big boy. That's why I hit chance on these enemies, just out of interest. 35 crit? Jesus. It's usually what you want, a spammable and a cooldown, right? That hopefully have overlapping damage type. Or it's an AA buff. At which point it just becomes spammable in its own right. Counts as spammable, yeah. Meanwhile, only using auto attacks. And a healing skill. Oh, I guess the defense down as well. I'm not only using the autos. I don't have a big damage dealer though. Just a debuff. I would like to be free of this place, please. Where's the person at? Gotta be in here somewhere. Even a 20% with a defense down on those guys, Jesus. Even on the melee fighters. My attack rating is silly, apparently. Considering it hasn't really gone up much in a long time. Those points from the Panther that it got are kind of the most recent one. Still hitting relatively consistently. The defense down probably does a significant amount, to be fair, at this point. 200, or whatever it is. Is it 200's worth? Might be 210's worth, right? Yeah, 210, because it's level 21. 30% pierce resistance reduction. How much does thingy do as well? Also another 30. They have 60% pierce resistance reduction. Which, considering that at least for me, and I'm gonna apply the same assumption to the monsters, it stacks at 75 in this game. If they didn't overstack it, means I do a crazy amount more damage. Mobs can go past 100%, okay. Hopefully not by enough that I cease to do damage. Probably safe with that amount of resistance though, I would imagine. That's what the reduction is for. Yeah, I mean even with that factored in. Because I could definitely see all of my thunder damage being reduced to 0, sadly. Since I just don't have anything that reduces thunder resistance. Inner sight, does it? Oh, it does elemental. It's only 25 though. It's nothing. See super high enemy res and normal. True. Yeah, I am only on normal plus. Ask Mala for help. Let me explore over these two bridges just in case there's like a quicker path. Yeah, would you see over 100% on normal? Probably not, right? I do wonder if I'm chucking anyone into negative resistance, for Pierce specifically. Considering it's minus 60%. Which is absurd. $59, it's give it a bit, it'll level up. The quadruple loot goblins. Insane. Probably technically do the math to figure that out if I cared enough. Which I don't. But theoretically, that would be possible. I need that chaos resistance more, because it's basically all I have. Yeah, you're not beating my crazy good gloves. Reduce stun duration. I don't care for the casting speed. If that had been attack speed, I would have been interested, I think. Nope. Figure something out. +1 to all skills. Shit. That's really good. I just worry though because that amulet gives me so many stat buffs. At the moment. Total skills is almost sadly better. Yeah, it is. .41, 6% attack rating, 4% total speed. Oh, it's so good. I do lose out on a lot of attack rating. Actually, my DPS actually goes down. Although it's not, like, taking into account the fact that I would be using this. What does the diamond do? Oh, true, the diamond is total speed. And it's like a lot. It's 4% total speed. Also crit damage. And then mostly resistances. Do I have a diamond here? No, seemingly not. You see one? Second row from the bottom. That's assault, unfortunately. If that's what you mean. You thought it was a diamond. They do look similar. I see the connection. Your balance, okay. I'm glad it's not me who's misseeing things for once. Although you have the added malice of having to look through the what do you call it as well. What's it called? Encoding.
So, that snake Nilafok was behind Anya's...
Not on your phone. I'm just on your side monitor, yeah. That's all I am to you. Just a side monitor. A 65-inch flat screen? Oh my god. Jesus. You got a good deal. It was free? Excuse me? The fuck? Yeah, it's a lot higher. My attack rating, I think, is still a little bit lower, but... Company was doing giveaways around Christmas. Bunch of stuff was raffled off to the employees. You won the grand prize. Amazing. The Chonky TV. Very, very nice. All my stuff got bits and bobs on it. It all does. Cool. There we go. That is going to be me done for today. Oh. God, I am pooped. I will be back on Tuesday for the sake of streams at this point. Yeah, can see when on that link there. If you specifically want Grim Dawn, it will be Thursday, however. Same link will help you out with that one. Discord is for Discordy things. Best place for announcements, and then YouTube is for Streambots. If you care about those, help me. I will be back on Tuesday. Until then, have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. Toodaloo.